Hi everyone! So today we're going to be talking more on photography. This is the second video in this series. Last time I covered the flat lay, but now I'm going to be talking about using a hanger to hang your clothing and how some tips and tricks on how to improve such a simple technique. But first, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Karen with the Thrifty Flamingo. If you're returning, love to have you back. I always do. So you're going to want to stick around until after because I have some wonderful news to share with you all. So the first thing that you're going to do is have everything ready to go. I know I mentioned this in my flat lay video. You want to set yourself up for success. So I'll link that above in case you haven't seen it. I have this little 3M hook that I stuck to the wall on the side of where I work. So when I'm doing anything hanging, I have all my dresses ready to go. I have everything that I'm working on right there so I could just grab it and go. I also have, of course, everything I need down here. I have like the lint roller, measuring tape, anything I need. All right, so let's talk hangers. So now that we're all prepped for success, we have all our items ready, let's talk about the hanger you're going to be using. I know you're thinking, how can you really mess up a hanger? Well, you kind of can. So hangers to avoid. Anything that looks like it came from your grandpa's closet in 1973 or from the dry cleaners. Avoid these metal wire hangers, whether it has this on it or not. Very ugly, very cheap, very flimsy. If you put your clothes up on this, it's gonna look like you literally went into your closet, grabbed something and threw it on a wall. And I know I've mentioned this before, you should present your items like you care about them, not like you just grabbed it out of your own closet and threw it up on a thumbtack. You know these, the big plastic ones, they come in all different colors, usually white. Sometimes they have the notches here for the sleeveless, little spaghetti straps. So this is bright red, it's very thick. You want to stay away from these. First of all, they're going to be hard to hang unless you have one of those 3M hooks like this. If you're using a nice thumbtack or a minimalist look like that, this is going to be hard to hang. It's also going to draw attention to it because it's very bold and it's thick. So my very first hanger was this. This is very sleek, very minimalist. It's not going to draw so much attention to it, and it looks nice. It looks very sleek. This is crushed velvet with a little thin hook. I got it at Walmart, I believe. They came in a little package. It wasn't that expensive. Always rolling back the prices. So I've seen these with the bottom part at the Dollar Tree, 2 or 3 for $1. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on a hanger. Just grab a few and have them for your photos. The good thing about the crushed velvet is it creates friction on the clothing, so it's not going to go sliding off the hanger. It's going to kind of keep it there no matter what fabric it is. So this was my first hanger. Then I came across this one. I used this for a little while. I'm a cat mama. You guys have seen Hunter Cat, my little supervisor. So I was using this for a while. Now I don't hang all my clothing, but when I did, I used this only for a short time because then my husband surprised me with a present, and he's sweet sometimes. So I was really surprised when he gave this to me. You guys aren't going to be so surprised. It is a wooden flamingo hanger. I think you got the idea with the cat hanger. Now, these aren't for everybody. This might not be your thing. It's kind of nerdy, kind of what if you don't even have a cat? They make dog ones, but yeah, that might not be your thing. I'm not saying go buy a wooden hanger, but at least, have something that's very simple, very not in your face. These are not expensive. So let's now talk about the background, what you should do with the background, where you're going to hang your hangers. So I use a plain wall with a white sheet on it. The color of my wall, I don't know if you guys can see it, is a little bit a very pale yellow. Ugh. Landlord painted it that, so I hung a white sheet. They make different backdrops. You can order them on Amazon or eBay. If you do that, I suggest that you read the reviews. A lot of them are like very thin pieces of vinyl where they come folded up, so you get like creases like in squares, and it's really hard to fight those creases. Like very thin vinyl, almost like a shower curtain vinyl. You don't want anything that has any reflective surface on it. You want it very matte, or it's going to be reflecting your lighting off of it and giving you little shiny spots. So that's why I chose fabric. Fabric doesn't have that. So, and then if there's any inconsistencies, like maybe a wrinkle or something, I will edit it out after with my top 5 editing apps that I've talked to you guys about. Put it right there for you. So I have a little hookup here. So when I photograph, I only shoot from here down. Remember, you only need a square, so they're not actually seeing my hook. Now, if you have a white wall in your house already, and that white wall is near a window, you're so lucky. You have your backdrop right there. So all you need to do is find something to hang your hanger up with. If your hook is showing, I have little like colorful tacks. They make it look a little cute without being like an ugly thumbtack. You know, I showed you this before, the little 3M, the one I hold all my clothes off to the side with. It's a cute little silver one, so you don't want like a ugly thing if it's going to show. Just like your hanger, the devil's in the details. So let's say that's my hanger. Now, some people do like to dress up the background. Since I use my flamingo hanger, that's dressy enough. You know, so some people will put like a little like inspirational quote off to the side, or like a shadow box with like plants in it. That's cool. You know, since you want to be consistent though. So all your pictures are recognizable as your own. When someone's scrolling through my closet and they do see a hanger photo, it's always with the flamingo. You know, when they're looking through my flat lace, it always has this. So you want to have something that's recognizable as being consistent throughout your entire closet. So, you know, don't just do it really quick. Give it a little bit of thought. If you want to use a photo, use a photo. So this dress is a size 6. It's not that large. See how like very minimalistic that looks? Hangers are very easy. They're even easier than the flat leg. So this goes really well with this, with a white background. Nothing needs to be done to this. Now, you would do the front, and then you would do the back. It gets a little tricky when the dress is a little larger. So right here I have a Betsy Johnson size 12 dress. I love Betsy Johnson. Betsy Johnson's got funky attitude. She's got like sass. I have like a collection of her bags. So you see the difference of the size 6 and the size 12? Oh, it's not even zippered. It kind of looks disproportionate to the hanger. You could tell it's wider, and yeah, it kind of looks off. So the next thing that you should have in your arsenal is a clip. These are little chip clips, you know, the kind that you put on your chips. They make bigger clips for like clothesline clips. I've used my hair clip before, like those little claws. So we're just going to use a chip clip. You're going to turn it around, and you're just going to take a little bit of it in. Not too much. Now see how that looks a little bit better. It's not as wide. You only want to clip your very first shot because you don't want to be deceptive about it. I am a size 12, and if I'm scrolling through pictures and they're all kind of cinched, even though it says a size 12, I'm going to think to myself, that looks way too small. Next! You know, but for your cover photo, you don't even need the full dress in it. Those are my Flamingo ones. Now what I do like to do when I'm doing hanger sessions is I do hanger front, hanger back, cover shot, and then I do a flat layer too. And then I zoom in on any detail. This has a very nice like jacquard detail to it, so I'll zoom in on that. And I also take pictures of the size tag. It's okay to mix up, you know, do hanger, do flat lay, do both of them. You get 8 pictures on Poshmark and you get up to 12 on eBay, so use them. The next thing I'm going to show you is a sweater. Now this is a Chico sweater. Chico's is very popular in a certain like size bracket, age bracket. So that doesn't look so bad. However, when you're looking at it, and you guys have a great vantage point because you guys are pretty much sitting where I usually take my photos. So the problem with this open front sweater is you can't really tell. I told you it was an open front sweater, but you can't really tell where the front meets, you know, separates because the back shows through. So I would not do a hanger on a sweater like this. This is something I would put on my mannequin dress form. So this is why, you know, dresses are great on hangers, shirts, button-up shirts, great on hangers. Anything where it's not open, because then you have that problem of it all just kind of washing itself out and blending together. Last one, Nightmare Before Christmas. I got this because it was really cheap and it's almost Halloween, my favorite time of the year. So you see the problem here. This is an extra large skater dress and it just looks very wide. So what do you think I'm going to do to the dress? I'm going to clip it. Remember, you want it to be drawn from the middle because you don't want to take too much more from one side than the other. Now, doesn't that look better? So there you go. It's not very difficult to take photos on a hanger, but I want you to really have fun with it. You know, think about what hanger you want. If you want to spice up the background, you know, do you want to buy a backdrop or do you want to make one? There are very simple ways to make backgrounds. You know, I've heard in the comments below that some people use poster board, you know, like the really big poster board that you used to do school projects on. I've heard that some people will take the poster board and put 3M sticky Velcro strips on them, and they have the strips on the wall and they put the board on the wall, take their pictures, take the board down. So they have kind of like a pop-up studio. So definitely think about what you want your eBay store and your Poshmark closet or wherever you're selling, what you want it to say. And then just be kind of consistent throughout. Okay, so that was the hanger. It's really a simple thing to do and it's very efficient. I just want you guys to get the hang of it and think a little bit more about what else you're showing in your picture, like the hanger and the hook. So that amazing news, thank you for sticking around. Last video I was talking about how Poshmark had a Hurricane Harvey relief fund party. Still can't say that 5 times fast. They pledged to, you know, raise up to $30,000 with all of our shares that went on during the party. Well, the amazing news is we did over 2.2 million shares in the 2 hours, and we raised $44,000 worth of shares. So Poshmark went, forget that cap of 30,000. We're gonna give them the 44,000, spreading the Posh love. So we did it. We came together as a community and we raised money. If you guys are watching this in the far, far, far future, like this is old news, you still know what Hurricane Harvey was, because this is going down in the history books as such a humongous devastation. So we did it. We raised $44,000 just on something we should have done. So thank you very much for sticking around and viewing this video. If you've liked it, definitely hit the thumbs up button. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, but you want to learn more tips and tricks on reselling, please hit the subscribe button. And I make videos every week, and I'm sure to see you there. Bye.